Alright, I know you're probably thinking, Dylan, what'd you do to run from the cops? And why would you incriminate yourself by posting a video about it? Let me tell you, I didn't do anything. But let me tell you what my friend did. So this story takes place, well, the beginning of it takes place in my car. I'm driving out to hang out with my friends, and I get a text from my friend Tyler, and she said, there's a party tonight, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, send me the Addy. So now I'm on the way to my friend, sorry, I can't help but laugh. I told him to send me fake names, and he picked Julio. So I'm on my way to Julio's house, and I get there, and they're like, and I tell them about the party invite, and they're like, bet. And my friend Aiden decides to drive. So we're about to be on the way there, and my friend Julio goes, can we pick one more person up? And none of us cared, so we pick her up, and she gets in the car with Malibu, I think. I don't really remember that well, but I think it was Malibu. And on the way there, I stop and get a Monster, and I finished the Monster before we got there. This party was like an hour away from Julio's house. But we get in the parking lot, or not the parking lot, we get in the driveway, and Julio's like, Dylan, let me have that can, the empty Monster can. So I give it to him, and they start putting the Malibu in it. And this girl was stingy with her drink, too. She wouldn't let nobody have it except the people that was in the car. But we get in, and our friend Tyler gets there, and I get the Monster can, and I hand it to her, and I'm like, here, try this. And she thought it was Monster. Maybe you should tell someone before you hand them a can of something that's not what it is. And she took a sip, and she was like, ugh, I thought it was Monster. And I was like, oh, my bad, I forgot. And then the party continued, and somewhere during this party, we go outside, me and Aiden, and I don't know why we went outside. I think someone was leaving, and we were walking out to the car with them to tell them bye. I think it was one of Aiden's friends. But as we're telling them bye and stuff, we see red and blue lights, and I'm like, oh, damn, we might be screwed. So Aiden looks at me, and he's like, you go get everyone, and I'll go to the car. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I run as faster than I've ever run in my entire life. Run in the front door of the house, and I go, hey, yo, we got cops. And everyone took like this 0.5 seconds to look at me and then scram, bro. Everyone started running, and I didn't even see who I was supposed to get. Maybe I should have waited, but I told everyone. And now there's like a mosh pit trying to get out this door, and I'm almost at the door, and this guy keeps like shoving me, and he's making me pretty mad. So I turned around, and like, I didn't punch him, but I closed, because this guy was kind of big, but I closed both of my fists, and I pushed him with my both hands with my knuckles, and he fell. And I actually slid out the door as fast as possible, because I was not trying to get into a fight with the cops pulling up. That would have been bad. But I get to the car, and Aiden's waiting there. He's in front of the car, and we're blocked in by a cop. And then Larry comes out first, because he rode with us, and he's like, dude, what? There's cops here? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, get in the car. And then he sees the cop and turns around and starts running, bro. And I was like, I'm looking at him running away, and I'm like, bro, you cannot be doing this to me, bro. Y'all giving me gray hair, bro. Y'all got me looking like Ken Konecki the way my hair changing color right now. And he's off, and then Julio gets to the car next. Julio and the girl. And he stops for a second and thinks about it. He sees the cop too. And then he takes off running in the opposite direction of Larry. So now they're split up. And Aiden's looking at me. He's like, dude, if you drank anything, you just run too. And I'm like, no, I'm straight. I ain't had nothing today, so we're good. So me and him wait at the car for a little while. And the cop's still waiting there, pulling people over. Not pulling anyone over. They weren't driving yet. But he keeps stopping people and testing them. And the cop ain't tested us yet or anything. The field sobriety test. We're just chilling and waiting. And eventually he gets done testing everyone. And he waves us on. He didn't say nothing to us or anything. He waved us on. I guess he knew he was waiting there, and we looked sober enough to drive. So Aiden gets in the car, and we all drive, and me and him drive to this McDonald's and start trying to call Larry and Julio, and they're not answering their phone. So we're just sitting in this parking lot trying to figure out what to do. And we realize that the Malibu is in the back seat, and we're talking about it. We're like, dude, what should we do? Should we toss it? And Aiden's like, yeah, we should probably toss it. I definitely don't want to get pulled over if I'm driving and get in trouble. So I grab the bottle that's not mine, mind you, and I pick it up, walk it to the McDonald's trash can, and dropped it in there. And then I realize I got both of their snap maps, and we can go find them. So we start looking for Larry first, and we're driving around, and we can't find him. The snap map's all messed up. I don't have good service, and I cannot find him nowhere. And we start driving up the street that it says he's on, and we see him. We're like, oh, there he is. So we pull over. We turn the flashers on in the car and just stop the car and honk the horn, and he ran and jumped in. And now it's the three of us. We're looking for Julio and the girl he brought, and we're driving around. We can't find him. We can't see him nowhere. The snap maps is being absolute trash. But we finally find him down one street and pick him up, and then we go to the McDonald's parking lot that I threw the Malibu in the trash with, and everyone from the party is at this McDonald's, and it's a lot of people. It was a big house that they were having this party at. And then we're on the way home because we're thinking, all right, that's probably enough for tonight, or at least that's what you would think. You would think you done got away from the cops scot-free. You done found all your friends, and you're in one spot now. Now you should go home and call it a night, probably, right? Like that's what a sane person would do. Not us. Larry goes, hey, I got another address for a different party. And we all look at him in agreement and say, all right, let's go. What's the address? So we get to the second party, right? And we start chilling there. And they took our phones in the front. They took our phones because they didn't want no footage of anything at the party. And nothing really crazy happened at this party. And we go to leave. We start making our way out the door. And we're all together. Aiden made us leave, actually, because he had to go home or something. But he was a driver, so we listened. We left with him. And then on the drive home, they were actually hounding me really bad about tossing the alcohol because they still wanted to drink it. But me and Aiden are holding our gun. We're like, no, dude, what if we would have got pulled over? And they're like, not happy about this. They're like yelling at us. They're like, yeah, but it wasn't your bottle to throw away. And Aiden snaps back. He's like, yeah, well, you brought the bottle into my car, so I feel like I had full right to throw it away. And in my opinion, I think Aiden was right, because if he would have gotten pulled over with an open container, he probably would have gotten more trouble because he was driving, but I digress. I mean, we probably would have all gotten in trouble, but we got rid of it, so there was no trouble to be had there. And on the drive home, while we're talking about this, we're coming up to a red light, and Aiden looks at me and goes, hey, y'all, I'm about to run this red light. And we're all like, yeah, dude, whatever. And as he's running it, we see a car freaking barreling towards us. And I go, yo, Aiden, chill out, bro. We're about to get T-boned, bro. And I'm freaking out, bro, because this car is coming right at my side. I'm freaking out. I was like, holy crap, I almost died there. But we make it home and then find out that the person who got the Airbnb got arrested, bro, for, I don't even know what he got arrested for. We just know he got arrested. It was crazy. That's the end of that story time. I'm sorry for saying and so much, bro. I'll work on it. If I had $1 for every time I said and in this video, I'd probably have like $50, bro. I said and like too many times is how many times I said it. I recommend don't run from the cops, especially if you're not the one driving the car. I think you'll be fine, most likely.